Tonight, the fair's in town.
Plus, some Troy students put on their dancing shoes to kick off homecoming. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for October 1st, 2013. I'm Christina Cook.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. Every year during homecoming, Troy University students and organizations participate in some friendly competitions leading up to the big game on Saturday. And one of those big events took place last night. Amy Austin gives us a look at this year's homecoming dance competition.
Screams and shouts were heard loud and clear at the first homecoming event on Monday night. Students packed the Claudia Crosby Theater to see all the organizations around campus compete in the homecoming dance.
Every year we always have basically lines backed basically all the way down the roads. So it was really great getting to see all the students stand out there and get excited about supporting their organizations and supporting Troy this week.
Students that were involved in the dances had the thrill of performing on stage along with the roaring crowd to cheer them on.
It's probably like no other feeling in the entire world, like being up there and like having everybody yelling at you. You kind of don't really know what's going on almost, but it's almost like a high.
Although the performance was worth it, the dancers put a lot of effort and practice into their routines starting weeks earlier.
The first few weeks we would practice about 3 or 4 times a week, getting to know the dance. Then once we learned it, we just work on technicalities, how our faces looked, where our hands were, all that.
This event was the first event to kick off homecoming week, but if students were not able to attend, there are more opportunities throughout the rest of this week to get involved.
Come out and support, just come watch skit. It's going to be a great time, and not only that, like the parade, everybody's going to be going through that, so it's really great getting to see the different organizations, different things throughout Troy, to see how Troy University gets connected to the city of Troy.
Amy Austin, Troy TrojanVision News.
And the skit competition will be this Thursday at 7 in the Claudia Crosby Theater, and the winners will be announced during the homecoming game on Saturday.
Well, Picture Day is a way or yearbooks are a way to reminisce about the good old days of school, and today Troy students had the opportunity to make sure that they left their mark at Troy University.
Many say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, on Tuesday afternoon, the Palladium gave students the chance to leave their mark as a Troy Trojan.
Today we're taking pictures for the yearbook that will be published at the end of this year, come out next fall. Everybody can come by, and every student can come by and have a picture made free, and the picture will be in the yearbook. There's no charge at all.
The Palladium is a capture of the year's most memorable moments, and what better way to capture that image than by saying cheese?
Well, I'm here to take a picture because this is the last homecoming that I'll see for a very, very long time, because I'm graduating in May, and it's just a really fun thing to do, and I love to take pictures anyway.
Even though some had their picture taken for the fun of it, there were others who took part due to organizational responsibilities.
We are here to just support the yearbook, I guess the Palladium, and as Chi Omegas, they wanted us all to come out and help support that. So we're here taking pictures just to fill up the yearbook.
I came here to take pictures today, and I'm with Alpha Tau Omega, and yeah, we are required to take pictures for the yearbook. We had to get 100% retention.
Jamarlo Phillips, Troy TrojanVision News.
If anyone missed the opportunity to get a yearbook picture today, they can visit the Palladium office in Wallace Hall. Well, Courtney, with all of the homecoming activities going on this week, it's pretty hard to imagine to fit in any more fun.
Well, actually, Christina, there is a way, because the fair is in town and it actually opens tonight. And I spent the afternoon with the folks who are putting together all the big fun. Where's the one place you can find cotton candy, funnel cakes, candy apples, and corn dogs, and also ride a merry-go-round all in the same location? Well, that's right, the fair. The Troy Shrine Club is putting on the annual Pike County Fair this week, and this year Pike County will be seeing a top-of-the-line fair.
This promoter is well known in a multi-state area as being one of the top promoters available in the fair syndicate. The rides, they're just tremendous, and they're clean. The people are very courteous. We're looking forward to a great a great time.
And even though the fair might look a little bare right now, organizers are hoping to pack the place out. And what changes have been made in order to better improve the fair from last year?
This year they've got an 85-foot Ferris wheel, and it's going to be lit with LED lighting, all the rides. They've got some of the most interesting rides for adults, kids. It's a good, clean show, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it.
The fair offers over 20 rides, but one seems to stand out the most, the Fireball. And even though this ride may be in the back of the setup, if high speeds and jerking from left to right is your cup of tea, you definitely don't want to miss it.
That Fireball out there is a tremendous ride for anybody that has got a strong heart. Is that a way to say it? Anybody that's interested in thrill rides will be very... How would you say, very proud to have ridden that ride?
The fair is a good time for all ages, and the money the Shriners raised go to a special cause, a cause the president got choked up just talking about.
Once we pay our expenses, and then we put something away in case a fair gets rained out. After that, our monies go to help the children's hospitals. The Shrine hospitals were started in 1922. Since then, they have helped over 1 million children at no cost.
The Pike County Fair runs through Saturday, and the fairgrounds are located on Highway 231 South.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Huntsville, police are investigating 5 separate shootings in North Huntsville that occurred within 3 hours of each other. AL.com reports that 2 people received minor injuries in the Monday afternoon gunfire. Police say at least 2 of the cases appear to be drive-by shootings. No arrests have been made in the cases.
And in Montgomery, Alabamians and others around the country are experiencing delays trying to get into the federal government's health insurance marketplace website on its first day. Visitors are getting messages that the site has lots of visitors and that it is unavailable. But there are other options. Several organizations are holding events around the state to inform the public.
Authorities have identified skeletal remains found in a wooded area last January as a 23-year-old Montgomery man. Algoota County investigators say the body of Edward Coretta Barnes has been lying in the woods for at least a year when it was found. Officials have not released the details on the cause of Barnes' death.
And still to come on Troy TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan football team looks to bounce back after a loss at Duke. Mitchell Spoon will tell us more when he joins us with sports. Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, the football team is actually coming off of 3 losses, all in back-to-back weekends and also all on the road.
That's right. The offense is getting better, but the defense is still not where it needs to be. I'll get more to that right now in sports. On Saturday, the Troy football team performed better offensively against the Duke Blue Devils, but the defense still gave up big yards and big plays. All offseason, defensive coordinator Wayne Bolt preached about the rush defense improving, but against the Blue Devils, the Trojans gave up 190 yards, with Duke running back Josh Sneed averaging almost 10 yards per carry, with his longest run being 53 yards due to some poor tackling. Duke quarterback Brandon Connett and his receivers gashed the Trojans through the air as well. The Trojans couldn't defend the long ball, even with double coverage at times, giving up 323 passing yards. And even when the Trojans hunkered down in the second half, holding Duke to just 10 points, the Trojans couldn't gain any advantage, in part due to penalties and stalled drives. Head coach Larry Blakey knows his defense must step up in order to win games.
You're going to see some plays where the defense is successful. You're going to see some plays when the defense is not necessarily successful. And you have to get your rate of success up to be a dominant defense.
The Trojans will put that success rate to the test this Saturday when South Alabama comes up for Troy's homecoming. Kickoff is set for noon. And the Trojan volleyball team will look to snap a 5-match losing streak on Wednesday when they travel to Mobile to take on South Alabama. The Trojans are coming off their first home loss of the season after falling to Western Kentucky and a 5-set road loss to Arkansas State. The Trojans entered this matchup with a 5-11 record, with 2 of those losses hanging in the conference column. On the offensive side of the ball, junior Maria Zelenovic has led the Trojans for much of the season, averaging almost 4 kills per set, which ranks 5th best in the Sun Belt. Since moving to Division I in 1993, Troy has played South Alabama more than any other team, posting a 20-17 record. And since joining the Sun Belt in 2005, the Trojans are 10-6 against the Jaguars. Head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick looks to have the visitors' side of Jaguar Stadium filled to cheer his team on to a victory.
We love all the Troy fans that come out to support us there, and we look forward to hopefully a bunch of them coming out. And, if we do the things that we need to do, it'll be a really fun match to be a part of and to get a chance to watch.
The Trojans will look to push their record against the Jaguars even higher with the first match set for 7 p.m. And the Troy soccer team is looking to snap a 2-game losing streak after losing to Kennesaw State and Texas State when they host the Arkansas State Red Wolves on Thursday. The team looks to avenge last year's loss at home when the Red Wolves beat the Trojans 2-1. Head coach Chris Bentley explains what his team has learned from these recent losses.
Well, I think we show we can compete. Unfortunately, we're just weren't on the end of winning results, so we have to improve that. We've got a good, tough test coming Thursday with Arkansas State, and they're another team that's competing for a conference championship, so we have to be ready to play.
The Trojans and Red Wolves will square off at the Troy Soccer Complex with kickoff set for 3 p.m. And the Trojan softball team is set to open up its fall season on Wednesday against Lorraine B. Wallace Community College at the Troy Sportsplex. The fall season consists of 8 games spread over the month of October as the Trojans look to solidify their lineup heading into the 2014 season. The Trojans bring in several newcomers to go along with 13 returning letter winners from a season ago. Four of Troy's games, including tomorrow's, will be 10 innings, and all fall games will take place at the Sportsplex due to the construction of the new softball facility, which is expected to be completed by the spring. So, Courtney, Christina, hopefully the Trojan defense can get back on track and, keep the Jaguars from scoring, if any points at all. And hopefully, the volleyball team can get that win also.
I'm sure all the Trojan athletes are really gearing up for this weekend. It's such a big weekend on campus, and I know it would mean so much to our guys if they could bring home a W for homecoming.
Oh, it would. It'd get us back to being at 3-3, and hopefully that would propel us to win even more games in the future.
Exactly, and best of luck to them.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Thank you.